Good evening, everyone. My name is Ralph Silvanus Ihai, popularly known as Sarav. And I want to clear up certain issues that have been happening in the group. And this response is because Mr. Kalu said he hasn't these slides. His phone, he mistook it and messages were deleting, so he would have brought it up. So I decided to assist him in bringing it up to the public may know what is happening. All right. As you can see, let's begin with this. From here, you can see that this is 28th August. That was the day they took on drop from us from government. You can as well see that this message was dropped or was forwarded. So prior to then, people has already made comments, including Mr. Carl, regarding the death of this lady, and people eulogized her that day. So in the LGA group, I came up with this notice. I came up with this notice in the LGA group. For your notice, the LGA group consists of part of the admin, not all anyways. They in this our group, some of you may bear witness that we have about say 5 active admin. Yes, about 5 active admin, but there are more. But if you can discern about 4 or 5 active admin, out of these 5, 4 are in that LGA coordinators group. Out of the 5 that are active in this teachers forum, 4 are in that LGA group. So I brought up this message. Greetings, honorable teachers. I saw the message in the then, so let's drop our suggestions response on the following questions. Is it so? I responded, it's like the burial is on 19th September. Is it okay for us to make free will donations of 1,000 naira and above as condolence for the family? I put this up as a question. Then, now, this person responded. This is the second slide I have here. This person responded. This person responded. Then, having seen their response, Mr. Carlo, this is his response. I raised this issue. You needed to ask me how far. Not that you saw, not that I saw. That he raised that issue. I needed to have asked him. By the way, that was 28th. We have heard that the burial is on 19th. All right, that was his first comment. And I have a next slide. Now, I heard them making reference. I didn't bring up this in their admin forum. In the admin forum. Look at this, everybody. This is Friday. And look at this. It means if there is anything like admin forum, they have been running it without me in that group. Look at when I was added. Just this Friday. Just this Friday. That is when I was added into the group. And the reason for addition, you can discern. So when I saw myself in this group, I decided to find out if this group was created that very time. I noticed that the group has been already existing. These were the conversations in that group. I never wanted to make this conversation public because it's an admin distance. So I discovered the group had been existing. They passed a circular of meeting. The group has been existing. I have not been in that group because I saw people shouting that I did not discuss with the admin. I did not discuss with the admin. Whereas 4 of the admin are in that LGA coordinators group. And their admin forum, I am not even there. I am not even in that admin forum. I was just added this Friday. Here is my next slide. And so when no response came, I responded, we can only do our best as humans and leave the rest to God. Last time I suggested raising free will donation pause for the family. Yes, not for her now. Some of us saw the need and responded positively, whereas others are yet to respond, even till this moment. So some have seen it and didn't respond because some others in that group were discouraged by Mr. Kalu's comment that he raised it. I did not discuss with him, and I had to bring it up here. If I've brought that much, you've raised that matter and I brought it up, you raised it and dropped it, and I brought it up, should that bring issues? Here is the next statement of next issue. So I said, all right, it's like some coordinators are not online. So when I dropped that message, nobody was further responding. And this was on the 30th of August. If you check out this, you will see WhatsApp doesn't lie at all. This is now on the 30th. Remember, this was dropped on the 28th. Two persons responded. Then Mr. Carlo dropped his comment and nobody responded again. Even those that earlier responded, they didn't show him any more response. Then here is the next event. Still on that 30th, I came again and said, greet. Sorry, that should be, yeah. Greetings, everyone. Sorry, this meeting. So from the previous slide, you can see I scheduled a meeting and that meeting did not hold. So the next day, I came, apologized for the meeting not holding. And I said again, my people, it's about one of us who is no longer with us in the land of the living. I don't really know her, which is true. I don't know her. But the love of God has no boundary. We can only do our best as humans and leave the rest to God. Last time, I suggested raising free will condolence pause for the family. Yes, not for her now. Yes, because we are raising this fund for the family, not for the dead again. Some of us saw the positively. So that comment came again. Then here is the next slide. So as you can see, responses were not coming up at all. Responses were not coming up from that day where Mr. Kalu dropped this thing that I failed to consult him before whatsoever. And days were passing. My interest was, what can we do for this family of our colleague that just passed like that? And I know what happens when civil servants are paid. So my interest was this 28 or this amount that just entered. If 25,000 that just entered, it will be, now that it's fresh, something may be coughed out, at least 1,000 or 2,000, or as the case may be out from members. That was why I was bringing up these issues in the LGA coordinators group, as I am not, or as I were not, whichever, in that their admin group as at this period. Here is my next slide. So shortly I made that drop in that LGA coordinators group. Somebody responded, any account for free will donation. This is happening in the LGA coordinators group. So when this person responded, I came up again and say, honorable colleagues, the burial of her, this is on 19th and that. I don't even know her. I brought that message again. And I now had to chat Amarachi privately. I went to Amarachi's DM. I say, hi, Amarachi. So the moment I dropped that message, this pop-up came. Thanks for contacting me. Say thanks. Sorry. Thank you for contacting. That should be my yummy snacks. Please. Okay, or May yummy snacks. Please let us know how. I was thrilled by this message that dropped there. And I told her that I want to eat snacks on the lighter side. So the main query I wanted from her was, do you know the family? I wanted somebody that knows the family. Somebody that knows the family will know how it pinches. She responded. Here is her response. I know the family, but I don't stay in Aba. Good. Now, my interest have been captured because my interest is someone that knows the family, will readily know how it pinches. So I then ask her, kindly provide your account so we can use for da 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 da. Then eventually she drops that account. I had to come back to this LGA coordinators group because of that person that requested the account number. These things are yet to drop in this general forum. This is happening in the LGA coordinators group. So I now dropped that account number, this message. I dropped this message and her account number in that LGA coordinators group. That fellow immediately responded. He was the first person. He responded. Then shortly after that, another person responded. This is happening in the LGA coordinators group. My interest is to deploy tactics that will work for us to raise something for that family, not who started it, and not on any other thing that is driving it. So when this is happening, I now uh, look at this message. Look at this message. I now told Amarachi that we need to, because as at this time, everyone in that LGA group, no one is communicating, nobody is saying anything. It's only this Amarachi and I that were now. So we brought this message to the general forum. We brought it to the general forum. In the general forum, after like 3 or 4 responses, I was looking for something that will motivate people even more. Then I dropped that message about migrating to another group for those that have donated. I was like looking for a trigger. That was the brain behind it. But a lot of persons kicked against it immediately. And I would include Amarachi. Amarachi chatted me inbox and said I asked what it was for. I explained to her. She said I should leave it since people are kicking against it. And I left it. Now, some of you can know how this Mr. Roger or Saroja, his response, he tried everything to tarnish that donations that were ongoing. So after responding to him there in the general group, sometimes I had to chat him privately. I never knew he was the same Sake. I had to chat him privately. I say, sir, please stop this. Then if you have any issue, private chat me. This was the response. Then he told me, you have messed up the stuff. I have messed up the stuff. And admin, you saw something like that going on, messed up, you cannot correct it. So it goes on. He said, and I said, okay, this message supposed to have dropped before he dropped this, he messed up his stuff. When I said, if you have any issue, private chat me, that should be better. So I was typing this, that should be better. Then he dropped this, you have messed it up. You have messed up the stuff. And so in the next slide, I was pleading with him to stop that the tarnishing of what was going on. I don't know, those of you that were in the group that day, you will know what happened. I was trying to delete that message, delete that message, so as not to poison people's mind in the donation. So I said here, he said, why must you raise a separate platform? That platform will have stopped it. Remember, and I was like begging him to stop what he was doing in that general group. Then he said, when you drop messages in the general group without first finding the intention, it is not usually a good one. That was my response. Then he said, we raised the issue of this late lady. Ask people for condolence visit representative. Now you came up and sideline all our previous effort. People should be marking that sideline all their previous effort and started your own. It's okay. This was his response. His effort was that he make reference of that in the earlier, that that day the message dropped. He talked about a condolence visit. I chatted him privately and told him that now that the thing just happened, the family will be in heavy heart, that let us go later. That was what I told him. We didn't argue it at all. He accepted. He said, yes, that is true. That was the effort that I did not acknowledge according to his message here. So when he said this, I now realized what that the issue was, that of ego. It was who is the ruler. I now say, Chai, if you have raised this issue in the past and now at this stage, and now is at this stage, you are supposed to join hands to promote it, sir. This was my response. And the intention is not usually a good one. This was his response. We raised the issue of the late lady. Ask people for, okay, these are the other slide. Okay, look at the part of the message. They say, without you asking how far we have gone, even after I told you the coordinators forum. Remember what he said in the coordinators forum. Remember what he said in the coordinators forum, that I refused to consult him. That was what he said in the coordinators forum, that I refused to. Let me see that message. If I will see that message in the coordinators forum. Oh, where is that message? Let me look for it. I think I will find it. I will find it. I'll find it. I'll find it. No, 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 no. Let me see. Where are you? This message. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? All right, I think it's here now. Look at it. This is the message in the coordinator. This message is making reference to. I raised the issue. You needed to ask me how far. That was the message he is making reference to. That I needed to have asked him how far. So the whole problem here is because I did not ask him. I didn't remember to ask him or to pass information to him that there is need to galvanize support for this lady. That is the whole issue. That I didn't tell him, I didn't consult him in galvanizing support so that he will bring it up to the general forum. But my own interest was how this thing will succeed, how this thing will work, because it is painful. Losing a loved one is painful for anyone that do not care. It is usually painful. So if there's anything, I don't know if the lady has children or so, but somebody in the working class age, lose is usually very, very painful. So my interest was whatever that will work for the family. All right, let me go ahead with this. This but that is large. Okay. All right. Here. So after he was doing what he was doing in that group, in our general platform, people that were online will know what happened that day. I was just trying to delete them so that people's mind will not be poisoned at the donation. That was why I was deleting those messages. People abused me for deleting those messages, but all I was doing is for people's mind not to be poisoned towards it. But he geared it up, geared it up. I came private chat him several times. Several times. So this is another distance. I now say, kindly make your donations. This was after chatting with him. He was now sounding as though he has ignored the whole thing. I'm sure your donation will motivate a lot of people. He's told me no wahala. That was when I thought the issue had been resolved. That he's okay, no wahala, I'm okay. Then he now goes ahead and says, since you feel what I said in the coordinators platform that I have and started sending delegations before. So this, when he brought up this again, I was also astonished. Then he now finally said, it is well, sir. I thought the issue have ended there, has died there, that we can make progress. I said, thank you. He now responded, look at this comment again, enjoy your pattern. I ignored it. Then I now asked him, I thought we have resolved this issue, sir. Why dropping that type of message now? So after saying this, enjoy your pattern, he went back to the group again and continued that calumnious messages of distractions, messages that will drop the interest of people at participation. I came back again and chatted him. I say, why dropping this message? I thought we have resolved it. He told me, and you also feel that you have done well. I dropped it before now. So the whole thing here is that he raised the idea earlier and was not consulted before bringing it up to the general group. How else would I have done it? When I was not in the admin group, LGA group is a forum of leaders where four of the 5 active are. So I dropped this message there. Then it goes ahead. I said once again. So when I noticed that he is still bickering over this issue, I said, once again, I am sorry if you are offended, sir. I apologized to him. And he responded, I just stated the reason for my reactions. So I thought the issue have died there again, since he has poured his mind out to me. He said, again, because you felt that it doesn't matter. That was why you never reacted when I pointed it out. How it started. So I went ahead to tell him there is no need for this quarrel. The more we argue there in the general platform, the more people might be discouraged. I was pushing and begging him to stop the tarnishing. Let's carry this thing together. Then he responded, matter that was, okay, this is a sub of that other slide. This is what I said. Okay, I reminded him again to make a donation and promote something in the WhatsApp group, that it will help us. And that was what I was telling him in this slide. So he said, did you tell me anything before taking your personal decision? This was the question he asked me. Did I tell him anything before taking personal decision? Recall, I have apologized earlier that if any action has offended, that he should forget it and bear. So I said, what is it again, sir? We said, let's forget about the whole thing and make progress. This is me talking to him in this slide. Let's forget about the whole thing and make progress. I deleted all the messages, including the one of the donor group. Remember the donor group that people kicked against? I went there, I deleted it. People in that group will confirm that I told them to exit that group, that our people is not in support of it. They exited. And so I told him that I've deleted that group, that he should just come, let's work together towards this thing. He was still having that bickering and rancor. He was still. So after this message had dropped in his private chat, I went again, and he went again and was also just caused some issues, dropping messages that are unwarranted in the group. I now dropped this. I said, what is it again, sir? We said, let's forget the whole thing and make progress. I deleted all the messages, including, okay, I've talked about that before. So this was his next response. You want to show you are the more touched than the others. Now look at this message and coin something from it if you have a discerning mind. That I want to show that I am more touched than others. But we have initially asked for some delegation to pay a condolence visit. Yet you have pushed all aside and came up with your personal style. No challenge. This was what he told me in that private chat with him. So I responded, you are still making reference to the past event. That was my response. You are still making reference to the past event. Recall when that condolence was raised by Mr. Kalu. Now, I was chatting here with the Roger man. I never knew that it was really Kalu. So I was reminding this Roger guy that I've chatted Kalu earlier when something came up, that it was not proper to just go that day, that we can allow the family to pour their hearts, because no matter how touched you might be, you can't stop a family from feeling that deep feeling the moment the person just died. It is usually very heavy. So these are the references. Then again, it continued. So I was telling him that when he kept doing that, and I said, let another person come and hijack this thing from me. As if another person can take it up from me, that I don't care. I don't care who is doing it. What I care is about the result. What I care is about the result. And he said, you refuse to acknowledge people that have started the death-related issue before now. This is the main issue. I refuse to acknowledge people that have started it. How? How did I refuse to acknowledge people that started it? Say they already pleaded for delegates. Delegates, once the person just died, are you going there empty-handed to tell the bereaved just sorry like that? And at the end, you just left. The person just died today, and they talked about delegates almost that same day. And I said, let's give them some break. And since that time, he has never talked about it again. I said, I never acknowledged those that started it. That was the starting. So if there's any other thing they have said in their forum, which I am not, in their admin forum, which I am not, how am I supposed to know that? He goes ahead. He said, you came up with, okay, I've taken that. Then the next slide. So there's a place he talked about personal praise. Yes, I think the bottom of this thing. He said, what interests are you fighting for? So you came up with your write-up without making reference to people that have been showing concern before now. Where it was the concern shown? I want to know where the concern was shown. Somebody tell me. In this forum, apart from on this day that we receive that token that they said the burial is now on night, where concern? If you are doing this in your admin, how am I supposed to know? He said, so I responded, how does my promotion of aid to the family affect this effort you highlighted? So I asked him, how promotion of that effort? Am I riding against it if you have promoted it before and I am also promoting it now? So are we not on the same page? So I was angry when he made mention of this personal interest. I said, personal interest, how? Am I going to have a share of money or what? And he goes ahead that, check it now. What interest are you fighting for? It is well. It is personal. Is it personal or personal praise or what? So personal praise is when I galvanize people to. So, my people, you can see this is what transpired. This is just a microcosm of the macrocosm of this whole issue. This is simply a microcosm of the macrocosm of this whole issue. So I leave it to whoever has discerning mind to judge. Good evening.